Yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they give a fuck about us at the same time. I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs, they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time as always, which is why retarded fucks keep us relevant to this very day. And I'm back again for tonight's topic of discussion. Fellas, remember not too long ago, I made a video about this man shooting his wife multiple times, in which the motive was clearly he found out all three of his children aren't his, right? Well, fellas, it seems we got ourselves an update. Yep, we got an update on the matter. We now know the name of the suspect, the victim, and how he found out that all three of his children are not his. And just like the last video, I still stand firmly 10 toes down on what I said in my last video. Everything I said in that video still applies here. I do not condone nor support his actions, but I understand, we all understand what led him to commit such an act. But before I go any further, shout out to Cheeses Ed, the host of the Coffee Pod. As always, respect due. I'll leave the link to his full video in the comment section. Go check him out. But enough talking. Let's get on with this. It's update time.
Imagine being married to your wife and you have 3 kids with her. And then you find out that one of the kids is not yours. That means that your wife cheated on you. Crazy. How about if you found out that 2 of the kids that you thought were yours are not? Your blood is probably boiling at this point.
Right.
Well, guess what? In the Sean Flood's case, this man found out that all 3 of the kids were not his. And to make things even worse, not only was this woman cheating on this man, she was cheating on him with his relatives. So the...
God damn. Damn. So not only did she cheated, but she also cheated with his relatives and got pregnant by his relatives and got him on the hook of being the father. Again, I don't support or condone his actions, but I understand why. And this right here all makes sense why. And before the retarded fuss catch feelings, put yourselves in this position. Suppose that same shit happened to you. Are you gonna tell us you ain't gonna lose your goddamn mind? Yeah, I highly doubt that shit. But then again, 9 times out of 10, y'all will still play that role. Fucking simps. But let's continue.
See.
Kids belong to his relatives. After getting this information, Deshaun decides to go down to his wife's job and confront her about it. She sees him coming and runs inside of one of her co-workers' car. That didn't stop Deshaun from shooting her multiple times. And when she tried to run wild shot, Deshaun chased her down and pistol whipped her. After hearing the gunshot, some of the co-workers called the cops. The cops came, arrested Deshaun, and the wife made it to the hospital where she survived. There are some people on the internet that are saying it's a valid crash out because not only was she cheating on him, she was cheating on this man with his relatives. And others are saying that they believe that he took it too far.
Wow. So I'm seeing this story, Everett. If this story is true.
Yep. Everybody's divided on that matter. I will even agree with the fact. I will even agree with the fact that from all that we're hearing right now, this is actually a crime of passion. Yes, fellas, y'all heard me clearly. This here is a crime of passion. The moment he got this information, he immediately went to her job, confronted her, and shot her multiple times. What more can I say on this shit? Let's continue.
This is a heartbreaking situation. I mean, this is a conversation that a lot of people are having. And of course, this falls into the line of like crime of passion, where most people are looking at this and saying, yeah, okay, we understand no person should go around shooting anybody who's not trying to end your life. But listen, it's divided, right? These are not just men. Let's see what the people have to say.
And yeah, you know you're going to have punk ass, retarded fucks, the whining and crying bitter broads, the effeminate male feminists, all going to be up in arms, trying to look at the men talking about it. But guess what? Plot twist. You got men and women talking about this, but don't take my word for it. Let's not take Uncle JD's word for it. Let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Yes, that is way too much. You should never shoot anyone who's not shooting you or stabbing you. You know what I'm saying? If it's not in self-defense or in defense of your family. I just have a question, right? Serious question, too. When we hear these wild stories, what should the consequence be? Because I know we're not going to sit here and act like there should be no consequence. When you hear these men who refuse to drug test their children at birth, not drug test, blood test, paternity test, the test to see if they are the real father. When you see these guys who refuse to do it and they find out later, I'm 37, when I'm 37, I'm 31 right now, when I'm 37, my twins are 5, my youngest baby girl is 2. My youngest going to be 8, and my twins going to be 11. I have 3 children. They're all mine. DNA tested. And I'm married. I just fully support them.
And here's the crazy part. I'm a father of 2. I got retarded fuck ass haters on YouTube talking about, oh, your children are not yours. Actually, they are mine. And I don't think they want to know how I know for a fact. Then again, let's tell these retarded fuck asses anyway. I actually, both me and my baby mama both gave samples for the paternity test. And guess what? All came back as me being the father. So yeah, that the retarded fuck ass haters can now have several seats and shut the fuck up forever, trying to force me to have paternity doubt. Let's continue.
What should the consequence be? Because for the real fathers, like, I'm doing it all, Everything I do, from the time I wake up, I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking about how to provide better, how to make their lives better. Like,
right.
Look, this weekend, we took a weekend trip. Because I feel like I'm just creating memories with their ass now. And last weekend, we was in Orlando. This weekend, we was in St. Augustine. That's for them children. You feel what I'm saying to you? Like, some of us... Right. Time out. PTA meetings, buying shit for school, being involved, all our time, all our money, our whole lives go toward these children. Can you imagine?
Facts. Hard facts.
You find out that this trick conniving... Ooh. Obviously, no, I'm not saying you should kill her.
Right.
I'm just saying, what should be the consequence?
I think he brings up a good point there. I think part of the reason why so many people look at the situation, they're kind of like, is because we know there aren't real consequences for paternity fraud. People don't really recognize it for the horrific crime it actually is. The coffee pot is backed by...
And this is why And this is why you got men that don't even, you got these men who are supposed fathers out here that at this point just don't give a fuck anymore. Just don't give a damn anymore. They are willing to make that sacrifice. Such as this situation right here, just to make sure that the women who lied to them, trapped them, y'all get what I'm saying. Shit like this happens. But everybody thinks that this shit is okay. Fuck no, this shit ain't okay. No, it's not okay for her to try to trap a man with not one, not two, but 3 children that are not his. It is not okay for her to commit paternity fraud against this man. And it damn sure ain't okay that not only did she cheat it, but with his relatives. His fucking relatives. And yeah, y'all can sit there and say that, oh, it's not okay for him to shoot her multiple times. That I will agree. But what led to his actions? Okay then. Let's continue.
Imagine you're a man who's been convinced that these are your children. Your whole world is destroyed. Your whole world is destroyed. And from what I know when it comes to family laws, there's some terrible laws when it comes to these type of situations. And I'm talking about you're married, your wife has a kid by another man. In some states, you're responsible for the child support even if you guys don't work out for that child. Can you believe that? Ridiculous. And so John Cannon, you guys can go check him out on TikTok.
Dad by default laws. They claim that it's abolished, but it's not abolished to the men who got deceived while married. If you're married to a woman, she cheats on you, gets pregnant by another man, by law, because you are married to her, you are held liable. Case in point, as much as we want to believe that it's been abolished, no. Dad by default laws is still active. It's still active to the ones who are married, now divorced because of situations like this. But let's continue.
The creator here says, I'm 31, I'm married. If I was in this situation, I'd be devastated. I'm 31, married as well. Any man who takes the role as a father very seriously will be extremely devastated.
So now we know why a lot of women do not want mandatory DNA tests. Because if mandatory DNA tests were there the moment of birth, a lot of women would be caught for cheating and trying to finesse men to be fathers when they know that they're not. If this Deshaun Hood case hasn't proved that, this man was married with 3 beautiful kids, so he thought. This man thought he had the perfect.
And yes, I agree with the caption. Deshaun Hood's situation proves men need mandatory DNA testing at birth. That I agree. This is further proof. Fuck what they talking about. Oh, it's gonna wreck the families, and it's not a good look, or the government's gonna get you a bit like fuck them retarded fucks and what the fuck they got to say. This is the reason why mandatory DNA testing should be mandatory. Because of situations like this. Not what this person believes or that person believes or the hoe on the corner believes. This is what it's really for. Not unless they okay with something like this happening again. Is that what they want? No, seriously, is that what they want? Another man finding out he's taking care of kids that's not his, and what's worse is his family members. Maybe it's his friend, maybe it's his brother, and he gets and it fucks with his mind so goddamn much that he now wants to kill a bitch. And let's not act like this is the first rodeo. One man beheaded his wife after finding out his children were not his. Another woman deleted herself when her husband found out that the kids weren't his. There are many more other cases too. Some of which not only does he murders her, and yes, God forbid, they also killed the child too. Yes, there are cases. Look them up. But I ain't trying to go on a rant. Let's continue.
Perfect life. Had a marriage, 3 kids, thought he was doing everything. Probably for every birthday, for every Christmas, probably showing up for all that. Then just to come to find out that neither one of these kids are his. And I've even seen reports of people saying that potentially each baby belongs to a different man in his family. Bro, I'm surprised he didn't do more than what he did. And thank God that lady's still alive, because I don't wish death on nobody. But at the same time, man, you asked for everything you got. You asked for everything you got. You literally destroyed.
I'll tell you what you got. You got what you fucking deserve. Bang. Must have been his words.
Brought this man life. You made this man be a father knowing dang well you was out there creeping and cheating with another man and forced this man to I don't know if he got married before the kids or after, but it really don't matter. Because I'm pretty sure if you had told him after the first baby wasn't his, he'd been gone, and you knew that, and so you kept having babies with another man. Come on, bro. That's why they don't want DNA tests mandatory. And I know not all women cheat, not all men cheat, but man, some sneaky people out here, man. And come on, bro. They need to release bro. I'm sorry. Release him. I'm sorry. I don't say free nobody, but free Deshaun. Free him. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Now, to be clear, no, I don't think men who go through paternity fraud or who have somebody who cheats on them and they walk in and see him should just pull out a gun and end everybody. Of course not. Of course not. But I do think part of the reason why you see some of these reactions are, number one, is a very horrific act to someone's psyche. These can produce existential crises like, who am I? What have I been working for my whole life? But also, you know that the law really doesn't take paternity fraud that seriously.
Free.
And fellas, what I told these retarded fuck ass haters who was gonna go up in arms about this is the toxicity of the manosphere, what he did to her. Guess what? If you think the men are chiming in, if these retarded fucks think it's only the men that's chiming in, let's hear it from a woman.
That man. If this story about Deshaun Hood is true, the man who allegedly shot his wife because he found out that 3 of their children were not his and instead were family members, free that man. That's
free that nigga. Yeah.
Hear me out. Some of y'all women will flip out when another woman texts your man. And y'all are destroying cars and burning clothes and trying to run them over. But this man finds out that his wife has cheated on him, not once, not twice, but 3 times with family members. Think about the fact that this man is at 4th of July, hosted at his house, and all of these people that are cheating with his wife are sitting at his table eating his food.
Mercy. Real enemies.
He is at Christmas watching his kids opening up gifts. Yeah, this was from Uncle such and such. In reality, that's from your dad. Whole time, this woman is looking this man in the face. Yeah, I need you to go work some overtime because we need some back to school clothes for the kids. Them ain't his kids. I fully believe that it needs to be mandatory that we do DNA tests at birth.
Of course.
Lord have mercy. And as I also stated too, women are also on board with mandatory DNA testing at birth. Further proof that we don't give a fuck what the haters, the naysayers, and these scheming, conniving ass broads has to say. And as old dude said earlier, they don't want mandatory DNA testing because these bitches got something to hide. They know that the children ain't that man's. And Lord help them if they do get DNA tested. The shit will hit the fan. This is the reason why they so combative about mandatory DNA testing at birth, because they don't want their little secret get brought out into the light of day. But let's continue.
Everybody,
of course,
married, dating, hookups, everybody needs to be doing DNA tests,
of course,
before they sign a birth certificate.
100%.
Because this is one of them situations where, very sad, the woman survived. Allegedly, she is still at the hospital recovering from her injuries. But this is a crime of passion. That man blacked out.
Right.
Because I know I would.
Men have been saying it for a while. DNA tests need to be mandatory. Let's read a few of these comments. Top comment here says, too bad his emotions got to him. He could have had a family cookout and got all of them, not just her. Damn.
Oh my God. Seriously though. Oh my God. Dude, don't give him any ideas right now. Well, but then again, it's already too late. Have another cookout, invite all of them over, and then just go all ham. God damn, the comments are a fool.
I was like, where's this comment going right here?
You know y'all boyfriend and y'all get pregnant.
Red flag in there.
Why do y'all telling us? Just let your boyfriend be the baby daddy.
I'm gonna say,
Bitch, shut the fuck up. Because you're the fucking problem. No. Let me get back to this bitch real quick.
I was like, where's this comment going right here?
You know y'all boyfriend and y'all get
Thank you. Bitch, you're the fucking problem. Oh, I'm pregnant. I don't know who the daddy is, so I'm gonna pin the baby on a random man, hoping that he's the father. And fellas, it's women like no. It's little girls like her. The reason why paternity fraud is on the rise. Women like her. Let's hear it again.
Why do y'all telling us? Just let your boyfriend be the baby daddy.
I'm gonna assume this is a troll, right? But I'm kind of serious what I'm about to say. Get a DNA test in front of that woman. We need to start having the conversation of how would you feel if you knew I got a DNA test on our baby, and see how that conversation goes. Because I just saw John make a video and he was like, women were getting upset. Where'd you get upset that I want to make sure this baby is mine? Now wait, before you be like, oh my God.
Because she has something to hide. Because of the fact that she knows for a fact that child ain't hers. You're the breadwinner. You're the one providing it. And if the real truth comes out, it's over for her. This is the reason why they get so upset and they get so combative when it comes to mandatory DNA testing. And as Uncle JD stated before, if the child is his, and she knows that the child is his, then there would be no fighting at all. She wouldn't have to be combative or angry because he wants to take a paternity test. As I stated before, if he actually is the father of that child, she would take it as okay, no big deal. Go ahead, take the test, and find out for yourself. Not on so. Why you got no? Why you have to take a paternity test when you know that child is yours? That's when they got something to hide. If they know the child is his, whatever. Go ahead, take the test. Take the test. See for yourself. You are the father. Y'all get what I'm going. Y'all getting what I'm. Y'all getting what I'm laying down, right? Well, let's continue.
Now, the audacity, that's so rude. Don't y'all be saying it's all men until no men? Don't women out here be getting pregnant by other men that's not the one that's supposed to be the baby daddy? Don't y'all move with the logic of I have to protect myself because of what other men do, so you put that onto the man that you're dating who's never hurt you? But it's an issue when I move with that same logic that you move with. What are you going to say? Who's going to be the men now? Where are all the boys at? Well, this is what smart men do. This is what smart boys do, because the boys in the past were out here getting finessed, taking care of kids that weren't theirs. Now what?
Somebody else here says, I'm on his side. Another person.
And as I said, this ain't the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s anymore. Men are no longer waiting to these kids turn 18 to find out that they're not biologically their father. No, they ain't waiting to 18 anymore. Now with the technology we have out now, such as DNA test kits, even courts now doing DNA testing, paternity testing now. Now it's even more difficult for for these conniving, deceitful women out here to trap a man with a baby now, especially now that he can find out before that big 1/8 even comes. But let's continue.
Added, she survived. Damn. Somebody else here says, paternity test at birth. Here's another person who added, I see nothing wrong with his actions. I'm not going to go as far as to say I don't see anything wrong with his actions. I'm not going to go as far as to say that.
Wait, is that what they wrote? So basically what he's saying is, he don't see nothing wrong. Dude, I swear to God, people will go places even I won't dare venture. Let's continue.
Now, do I think that could be put under the umbrella of crime of passion? Yes. Do I think we need more mandatory DNA tests?
Yes.
Am I actually surprised that this doesn't happen more often? I am. I'm actually surprised because I've reported on so many of these videos, bro, of men finding out that their children aren't theirs. And a lot of men, maybe it's the devastation and the shock. A lot of them have played it off very, very cool. Somebody else who says, never judge a man on his actions till you walked in his shoes. Another person who says, Team Deshaun. Another person who added, he should be able to sue her for emotional distress and fraud. I believe so. I believe she should face some jail time for something like this. Another person who says, not guilty, crime of passion. Yeah, I think he needs to be set free, especially, because in a lot of these cases, they're finding out this person doesn't even have a criminal background at all.
Okay, y'all see the story out of Detroit, Deshaun Flood. So this guy was married. He's 37 years old, I think. He's got 3 kids. And I don't know how he found out, but at some point here recently, he found out that all 3 of his kids were not his, and they were actually the kids of his family members. Man, I'm a man, and damn, man, when I saw the story, when I saw somebody talking about it, that kind of hits, man. Like, you cannot do that to a man. You just cannot, I'm not condoning I can't sit here and say I condone what he did.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you,
right, there's
not a lot of things that are going to throw a man into a state of mind where he's not thinking very straight.
Right.
And he's going to be full of rage. But, man, this might be one of them. But, man, girl, I don't know why any girl.
Everybody has a boiling point. And everybody is only inches from being for being put over the edge. And some tree branches are bent to the point where they can snap at any moment. And this is why I say these women should stop playing with these men, especially when they don't even know what these men are capable of. I've been said this shit. I've been saying this for years. And as I've been told growing up, both me and my siblings, you can learn the easy way while the getting's good, or you can learn the hard way, and it scars you for life. But then again, some would want to learn the hard way, and there's pretty much nothing you can do about that. Either way, they gonna learn today. Stop playing with these men. Because when the shit hits the fan, and things get dead serious, what will you do now? But let's continue.
Any females would do this to a man. This is cruel. You let somebody raise what he thought was his kids, and the whole time you knew they weren't. Not only were you cheating, not only were you just a hoe, but then you bore the children of other men, and they were men in his family. This could be his uncles, cousins, whatever. But this is. I never even heard of a story like this. That's just worse than even finding out that other men are the fathers of your children. It's your own blood.
Right.
Damn, I don't know, man. That's a rough one, man. I kind of, in a way, feel bad for him.
Very rough. Very, very rough.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I really want to hear the family's take on this shit. Ooh. I know for a fact that the next Sunday brunch, the whole entire family table is gonna give the men in the family as the bombastic side eye, wondering, okay, who got this bitch pregnant? And fucked up the family. But let's continue.
I understand. I absolutely understand. Child, and people be so mad when you say, I understand something. I do understand it. Just because I understand it don't mean I agree with it. I do understand why he would go up there and want to take her glory. I absolutely understand. So 37.
Now let's see my retarded fuck ass haters go after her. Because she's saying the same thing we are all saying. Let's continue.
Year-old Deshaun Flood went to his wife's job on July 29th. He sat there waiting for a moment until he saw her at Pomeroy Living Facility in Sterling Heights. Now, when he spotted her, he did pull up on her and he pulled out his firearm from his waistband. And she tried to take cover by jumping in one of her coworkers' vehicles. He did shoot her several times as she was trying to close the door. He was able to stop her. She was able to run away from him and get back into the building, as well as the coworker who was not hit at all. He unfortunately was able to catch up to the wife. He did pistol whip her at that time. He was arrested on scene, and of course he is facing charges, as he should be. But I do understand why he did what he did. They have 3 children, and he thought all 3 of those children were his, and not a single one is his. Now, I did see somewhere where it says that they are by 3 different family members of his. I hope that part is not true, because 3 of them not being his is already diabolical enough. But 3 separate family members of his, that will require a lot of therapy. So we're going to hope not, okay? We're going to hope not on that. Probably is at the level of the highest embarrassment.
Well, let's just say the chances that the kids that weren't his came from places other than his relatives is mighty slim, especially if it's from the same neighborhood the same community, the same hood, the same ghetto, where everybody knows your name.
That he has 3 children that he thought was his, and he should have known that they weren't his, or he trusted her enough to believe that they were his. Now, I'm a very non-trusting person, so I don't understand trusting anybody, but I don't trust nobody. But if you have taken the time to take your vows with somebody and they produce children that you believe to be yours because that was part of the vows that y'all took together, and then you find out that they are not yours, I understand wanting to retaliate. Does that make retaliation okay? Absolutely not. But I understand it. But he is, of course, facing multiple charges. He is being held on $1 million bond at this time. Good luck to him. The wife is still recovering from her injuries. She is expected to survive her injuries, but definitely seeking therapy in the future of all 3 of those children as they learn the man that they thought was their father, who is not their father, tried to take their mom to glory. Her behavior, his behavior, both of their behaviors combined, unacceptable all the way around.
Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you checking out yet another episode of
What more can I say? I mean, straight up. And that's fucked up. And that's fucked up that he's raising kids from his family instead of his own. And this right here further cements the fact that DNA testing at birth should be mandatory. Men need to know whether they are or not the father, and the children need to know who their biological father is. Not the baby mama trying to play the guessing game, not her trying to pin the baby on the daddy. Fuck all that dumb shit. It's time for this shit to get done. Out the gate. But nevertheless, this marks the end of the update. And shout out to Jesus Head, the host of the Coffee Pod. If you want to watch his full video in its entirety, I'll leave the link to his full video in the comment section. Go check him out. Tell him JD Miles sent you. But nevertheless, I said what I had to say. I'm done with this whole dysfunctional family values and shit, and I'm out this bitch. Later.